Okay, so if you want to start contributing to your OneNote, probably when you get in, the first thing you need to do is add a page. Okay, so click Add Page. Now, there's lots of different things that you can do. You can insert a table if you find a reason that you need to have a table for some reason. But probably the big one to get started with will be actually importing documents. So PDFs and Word documents are great. You can also drag and drop Excel sheets in, but they don't often retain their formatting as well. So if you do put an Excel sheet in there, it does work like a folder system. It does work like a repository, so you can edit the file, and I'll show you that in a minute. But for PDFs and Word documents, you can actually drag and drop it in and click Insert Printout, and then it'll go through this little process, and then it'll show you what's in the Word document. So you can't directly edit a printout, but once you drag and drop your file in here, you can access it and you can make changes to the file. So it's sort of like a folder system, like a SharePoint system in a way. So I'm just going to delete to course equivalency from this, and I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to close it. Now I'm just going to reopen it, and you'll see that those changes have been saved. Now it doesn't automatically update your printout, so if you make significant changes and you want to see them on the printout, all you have to do is go right click and refresh printout. It'll go through that little process again, and you'll see that the changes have been made. Now you can, if you would prefer to not have to do that and you want something that you can directly edit, you could open up the template file and you can copy it, right click, keep source formatting, and click paste, which this would sort of, as best as it possibly can, maintain the formatting from the source document. Sometimes it won't be completely exactly the same and you might have to do a little extra like I'm doing here. And so obviously this would only be for something that you would use repetitively and that you want to be able to directly edit into this. And let's say, I know this is a credit assessment form, but let's say it's something else that you do need to use repetitively under a particular tab. What you can do is you can go into Insert, Page Templates again. You can click Save Current Page as a Template, and I'll just go Credit Assess. And you can click Set as a Default Template for the new pages in the current section, and click Save. And now every time I add a new page in this section, this is going to be, this is going to be the template that comes up. Okay, and then unfortunately, if you do not want that to be if you set something as a template and then you change your mind for that, you can click Default and then right click and set as default for this section. And it'll say this will remove the current default template for this section. There's no way to undo it. Are you sure you want to? Click yes. Okay. Now you can also go File Printout, File Attachment, Spreadsheet, but in my mind it's just much easier to just drag and drop. Now this is an Excel sheet and I'll just show you what happens. So you can attach File, Insert Spreadsheet, Insert Chart or Table. So obviously the first one is just the file, and then you can start to edit the file from this page every time you need to edit it, and then click Save, and it just works like a hard drive. You're saving stuff to it. If I click Insert Spreadsheet, it's going to probably be quite messy. Well, it's not too bad actually. But again, you can't edit it from this. You have to click Edit here, and then it just opens up the Excel spreadsheet for you. I'm not sure what would happen if I click in and add a spreadsheet that has multiple pages. This is a big one, so we can have a look at this. Oh, I see what it does. So it does everything, and the sheets aren't saved as sheets, they're just sort of saved as all one big scroll, all into one file. That's kind of gross. So anyway, just go back to the top here. Goodness me. And yeah, then you can click edit. So it's up to you. If it's a small spreadsheet, maybe you want to have that visual, but otherwise you can just have your file here. Maybe this is a list of your placements. So this is kind of a weird one. I mean, I know you probably wouldn't necessarily want to if there's some things you don't want Central having access to, then that's where I would create the section group. And you know, maybe that's the part where you password protect, that you don't want certain information being widely shared, but you do like having it somewhere that can be accessed by other DAs. Possibly what we need to do is, you know, have the password be set to discipline advisor, all lowercase, and then that way if you're ever on leave or something and someone else needs access to those files, then they're here all in one place, but still accessible. So the other thing that you can do is, as an example, when we were doing grad checking, back in the old day when I first started, you printed everything out and you drew lines through it. So you can go into draw and you can grab the pen tool and you can draw on things. You can make it bigger if you need to see it. So you can do that. You can scratch things out. We have line tools. So if you want to do a line instead, that's fine. If you want to do multiple lines, you need to click lock drawing mode, and that'll allow you to make continuous lines. Okay. So as an example, if you want to get back out of that tool and just type, just keep hitting the escape on your keyboard until you get the text tool again. You can pretty much start typing anywhere you want on the screen, and so it allows you lots of different options for that. You can make mind maps with the tools that are here. It's basic, I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be fancy, but if it's a very simple flowchart that you know you need to make up, you can rotate this somehow, but isn't that beautiful? I can't remember how to rotate, even though I see the icon there. Go up and down, whatever. Oh, there we go. You just have to mouse over it. So yeah, you can change your triangles, squares, whatever. It's stupid, but what else? That's mostly it. The only other thing that I like to use is the add space tool or insert space tool. Sometimes you put something too high up or too far down on the page and you want to reduce the space or you want to increase it. So this being the heading, I had it overlapping and I didn't want that, so I added some space, but I'm going to get rid of that as well. And now I've got this heaps of space, so maybe I want to change it. So rather than like trying to move everything individually, you can just shift it up and down with the space tool. Okay. That's pretty much it. I think I've covered most of the things that you'll need to know. There's a few other little bits and bobs here, like you can record audio, you can record video, you can link things. So again, highlight, right click, link, or you can click the link button. You can, you know what, I'll do search in another one, so I'll leave that for a second. You can drag and drop pictures in, so for whatever reason, if you have a picture of something that you want, it's the same process of just, you know, drag and drop it and it will it'll just go straight in there like that. So yeah, alright, I'm gonna finish this one off and then I'll just go through searching.